Good evening, everybody, and I hope everyone is keeping well. Welcome back again with another live show. Something a little bit different for a change. Bit of non-league football we're going to discuss about this time. A team that plays just over the river from the Toon, Gateshead. So we're going to discuss their current season so far. In terms of where they are in the league. Discuss how we'll look at their results, and we'll discuss about a potential takeover that could be happening as well. So if you enjoy the show tonight, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's good we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button, free to do so, does that make the channel grow. And please hit that bell notification, it does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded. So please do make sure you hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with all the content that we bring out for you, that you do not want to miss at all. And if you'd like to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p, hit that join button, and you'll be included in the prize draws we do as well. And bit to comments. Chippers, good evening. Lawrence, good evening. Joe, embracing the vision, good evening. Tom, good evening. Lewis, good evening.
Embracing the vision, he scored. Embracing the visions, he scored Lee. Because I know from the kids, little Lee. It's little Lee.
Oh, okay.
Well, we done well, Lee.
Oh, nice. War black and white, brethren, says Tom. Well, let's get into it. I mean, you've been a lot of Gateshead games this season, Mason. So, how do you think the Heat season is going so far?
Yeah, Lewis and Neil probably, and Lawrence as well, probably have something to say about this season as well. Half, I would say 50-50. Obviously, with Magni, with Elliot leaving, go to Corey, that didn't freaking last long.
No, it didn't.
Obviously, Magni came in, and yeah, I think, to be honest, it's been a bit iffy this season. Because I thought we would have had if Elliot, well, in my view, I think if Elliot stayed, we would have been where we are now, but in a better place. But I think Magni has had a lot of mixed feelings about him now, because including myself and a couple of lads in the chat probably agree. I was happy with Magni coming in, but I think a couple of Gits fans are pissed off with him now. And a couple of if he's watching, Boiler, Thomas Boyle, if you're watching, he texted me yesterday to say that Mike Williams was at Gateshead Stadium yesterday.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm. That's what the rumours have been. That's what the rumours are. But he's going to be taking over from Magni once Anichibi comes in with his consortium. But it needs to be once Williamson.
Interesting. Like Linders, Fawn and Gaza, Mason and Lewis at the Gateshead games.
The fact is, can I just say, Thomas Boyle, they'll probably back us up when you're. Some of the stuff he comes out with are usually spot on as well.
Liam thinks Gateshead may drop out the playoffs.
I can't see them beating Barnet on Saturday, but
I mean, let's look at their latest results. Out of the last 6 games, lost 5 and drawn 1.
And there was a stat as well, what I read, that they only won 3 games since October.
I mean, if Gateshead want to get back, try to get into the football leagues, they're going to have to do better than that.
Lee, who do you want as man? Lee, who do you want as manager then? Because I want to see who you want. I wouldn't mind bringing Williamson back, but that's your opinion, Lee. But I would it'd be interesting to see who you want as manager. But it's your opinion. I'm not giving you shit for it.
Have Gateshead sorted their stadium situation out so they couldn't get promoted last season because of it? Well, which we'll discuss later on during the show, because hopefully it can have a change of ownership at some point.
Well, apparently, NETV wants to buy the land of the council, though.
Again, which we'll discuss.
He wants to buy the stadium.
I think Rob Elliott should have left Gateshead. particularly at the beginning of the season. I don't think he should have left. I think he was doing very well with them. I think he left Gateshead at the wrong time. And to go into the Football Leagues immediately, I think that was a step too too early for him.
And you looked at one. I think it was his last result, his last game in charge. They got beat 4-1 at Huddersfield, and they were 4-0 down in the first. I'm going to bring it in here. They were 4-0 down in the first half an hour at Huddersfield. That was his last game.
Well, that just shows it was a step too far. But let's look at Gateshead's last results. Of course, he lost to Tamworth last Saturday.
Can I just say I think they would have got beat off Tamworth anyways.
Well, where were Tamworth? Tamworth they're about mid-table.
The reason why I think Gateshead would have got beat off Tamworth because of that Tottenham game. Look at that Tottenham game for a prime example. They hold out for 90 minutes against Tottenham.
Well, it could be, but they've lost before that. They lost to Braintree at home. They lost to Maidenhead at home. They lost to Aldershot Town away from home. They lost to Rochdale. They got a draw against Fylde, which is normally a big bogey team for Gateshead in a way.
Can I just say as well, with Braintree, they went and beat York on Saturday.
Gateshead's last win was away to Solihull Moors on the 22nd of February last month. So they haven't won in a game in over a month's time.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why a load of Gateshead fans want to change, because of obviously that the not winning in a month. I've tried to back. I've said that a couple of people. I think I've said Gordon as well, because Gordon's followed Gateshead a long time than me. But yeah, I think I'm on the edge now. Magni,
I think some have had enough of him.
I wanted to give him a chance, but I think it looks like once Victor Anichebe comes in, I think he wants his own man, which is a shame. It's a shame for Magni because it was a good chance for him. But I think it shows you with the ambition that Anichebe has. I think he wants to give for fuck's sake. I think Anichebe wants his own man in.
Yeah. Liam's is looking at the National League South table. Do you fancy a trip to Truro? I'm guessing they're top and they could be on the verge of promotion. No. So if Gateshead were to stay in the National League North, that will probably be their furthest trip away from home, because Truro is all the way down in Cornwall.
All because they have got a very, very experienced manager, and they are heavily backed as well.
Oh, and there you go. So they're doing. So it looks like Elite Parakeet says I was at the playoff final in 2014 where he lost to Cambridge United. The goal scorer for Cambridge was Ryan Donaldson.
He's Ashton new.
Yeah, honestly and personally, not someone under the foundation. We can't keep to the same foundation. Unfortunately, I would take Rob, but I want an apology for both Mike and Rob. Says Lee. That's an interesting.
There's a reason why Lee said that, because especially with Williamson, when he was the Carlisle manager, he took a couple of Gateshead's best players, and a lot of Gateshead fans, including Lee, were very, very pissed off of Williamson and Carlisle because of taking
again a manager I think that shouldn't have left the club.
I was pissed off because he went to a fucking franchise. Why would you want to go into why would you want to go into MK Dons?
Again, did he want to prove that he was ready to take the next step? Personally, I think it was too soon, because again, it didn't work out well at MK Dons, and it hasn't worked out with Carlisle.
To be honest, I'm glad he left MK Dons, because I know they were franchise and all, but the fucking cunts. Apparently, it was his personal situation as well. His family do still live in the area, and he used to drive down to Milton Keynes a couple of days, like every so often. So I think that's the reason why he went to Carlisle, because I think the travelling must have got to him, and obviously his personal circumstance, and with his family still living in Gateshead.
Yeah. Good evening, man. Hope you're well. Chucky says I think Eddie would be a better option than Williamson again, because when since when Rob Elliott took over, he left Gateshead in a very good position. Could he come back and do well again? Maybe. Lee says if Gateshead take Mike after what he did at Carlisle, taking all our players, then we soft as anything. Bob Brady would be a class manager. The American manager.
Aye. Now they're just taking the piss.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Steve Bruce would be great for Gateshead. It's about his level, really. Well, it probably would.
You seen he came out with an apology to Dwight Gilliday and Doug Sport.
Michael Laudrup, maybe. Lee says definitely keep Mags at the club as first team coach.
I would do that.
Yep. Arturo second or the 1 point off. Connor, was good to see you on Sunday as well at Shearer's Bar before the women's game. You'll be playing at Carlisle next season. Oh, because I think Carlisle are bottom of the Nat League 2, so that could be. So get it, Gateshead don't get promoted, and if Carlisle get relegated to the non-league side, there you are.
I think the second bottom, because I seen something. I know I do last night. If we're lucky enough, MK Dons. If they drew last night, they would go second bottom, and that's what happened. Liam's just said Morecambe are bottom now.
Well, Morecambe is bottom. Oh well. Let's take us through the Gateshead side, Mason, because I know you've got some graphics on as well.
But I do apologise about some of the I've just done the arrivals. I should have been out for a couple of hours this afternoon, so that's why I didn't do the portraits, because it's funny with the National League, they don't have a chance to win it. But the fact is, they do have a registration day, like a registration stop, like when you have to stop with transfers, and that's tomorrow at 5:00. So it all stops tomorrow.
Oh well.
Right, the player this saying Lewis Flower from Brighton on number. He's actually out injured. Probably could be back next month, but that depends if Brighton lets him. They did say St. Tiaran Brooks from Notts County. Mm-hmm. George Shelby, who was actually on the bench a couple of times for Nottingham Forest last season. In the past 2 seasons when in the Prem, he got released and he went to Ireland, but unfortunately he's banned from the League of Ireland because he did call the referee an Irish cunt.
Oh.
So he's banned from the League of Ireland. They did sign Ryan Bartley from Derby, but just at the start of the season, he did have a loan spell at Spennymoor. Gene Bellahoon, who they did sign from Tranmere. Mm-hmm. And if you stand anywhere near him, he's fucking huge. He is massive. Lee will back us up on that. And Lewis. They did sign Jimmy Bramwell from Grimsby, but he got released by Grimsby. But he did have a loan spell. First half of the season, he was on loan at Shields. Ben Fell from Blythe Town, but he did have a couple of spells at Blythe Town and Blythe Spartans as well. Brand Horton from Chesterfield, who actually won the league with Chesterfield. He actually won the league with Chesterfield last season. Dan Jones from Port Vale. Well, the fact is he's from Bishop Auckland, but he has played for Hartlepool, Port Vale, Barrow. He actually won the National League for Barrow as well. The signed Jacob Butterfield, who, if any of you recognise him, he did play for Middlesbrough under Tony Mowbray, and he's played for Luton. Top of my head, he played for Luton, Derby, Huddersfield, I think, and Leeds. Liam Humbles from Salford City. Benton John from Borough, who's actually on loan at Stockton Town. Will McGowan from Blythe Spartans. Tyrell Newton got released by Luton. Jack Rolls who's actually on loan from Crawley, as you can see there. Mm-hmm. And the one from Mr. Ian Fleming, if he's watching, Max Sheaf, who was signed from Ross County in January. His brother's actually Ben Sheaf, who was the captain of Coventry. That's his brother.
Oh,
That's his brother. And on Saturday lunchtime, they did sign Frank Noble from Yeovil. And this, funny enough, the season when Swansea got promoted under Brendan Rodgers, he was actually signed on loan from West Ham, which is funny enough. And they did say, I need one more. I forgot. I need one more. What to bring up one more player once I get sorted, but it's halfway through the show. And they did, since obviously Louis Flower got injured, they did sign Tyrell Sellers-Levin from Hull. One player, I only got this player done who left. This is one of the players Mike Williamson took to Carlisle, but he was actually, when he was at Gateshead, he was actually on loan from Birmingham. Josh Williams, but he signed for Carlisle permanently because apparently Birmingham wanted rid of him. And this is what I've seen. Apparently, they've been linked with a return. Apparently, it needs to be one's this little man, magician here.
Adam Campbell.
And apparently, Hartlepool fans want him gone because apparently he's been playing shite for them this season.
Ooh.
And they've been linked with another ex-Newcastle player who have had a big knock back from yesterday. Carl Roberts.
Oh,
They want Carl Roberts as well, but I don't know if they've put another bid in for him. That's it for now. I'll get that other player up as well.
okay. Next year's fixture, Carlisle mostly. Said no transfer window. No, I think it just happens anytime. Well,
Up until tomorrow.
So it's a big one to have.
Gates, the National League don't have a transfer window, but they do have like a cut-off point for when
they can sign players or bring players in.
They have a cut-off point, and that's tomorrow.
I mean, sitting in the playoff positions.
Chazzy, I didn't say that.
It's off. It's been double rejected.
I didn't realize it was off. So Chazzy, because I had seen they were linked with him. But I don't know. I know they had a bid rejected, but I don't know if they were going to go back in for him. Wait, I've got the picture up. This is Brandon Hanstrup, who's been the one game he had decent. The one game he was decent this season was against Yeovil, and that's when he scored. And for he's a decent left back, but he's just been hampered by injuries. And this is another player Ian Fleming will probably recognise because he did play for Kilmarnock as well. And he ex-Portsmouth as well.
I mean, they've got a big game away on Saturday. It's Barnet away, and it's probably going to be a big ask for them with the way they're playing at the moment. See, Barnet.
The fact is as well, Barnet have been unbeaten since October. And their home record is pretty phenomenal.
Well, they've only lost 5 games in total.
And I don't like them.
October. I mean, that's a cracking record, to be fair. Like,
I know I don't like Dean Brennan for the way he goes on the touchline, but he is a decent manager. I don't like Dean Brennan for the way he goes on, but he is a decent manager.
I mean, where have Gateshead now got to try and get it right on the pitch? Because, as I mentioned, it's actually been 5 losses in a row.
I think tomorrow will be really, really busy because, as I've said, the cut-off point for the transfers is tomorrow.
I mean, do you think it's going to be loan signings? I think majority it's just been loan signings that have only been managed to bring in a lot.
Well, apparently they're wanting I know they're wanting Campbell.
I think it would be a good move if Campbell did go back to them, yeah.
But apparently, Lee Boyler text asked because obviously somebody sent the takeover was off yesterday, but I asked Boyler to see if it was true, and he said no. Well, basically the story yesterday. Mm-hmm. I asked obviously if he's watching Thomas Boyle, I asked him if the takeover was off, and he said no, and he texted me Lee, you're not going to believe this. Apparently, we're after Paul McCallum from Eastleigh.
Oh,
If we don't get Adam Campbell, we've been linked with Paul McCallum from Eastleigh.
interesting. I mean,
Lee, you've heard it here first. This is according to Thomas Boyle.
Liam thinks it'll be Bonnie in York to go up, so he thinks Gateshead may miss out again. I mean, we know what happened, of course, last season, why they couldn't get promoted. But
Can I just say something on that as well? Halifax won't be allowed. It looks like Halifax won't be allowed in this season's playoffs as well.
Yeah, I heard something's been just heard about that as well.
Because apparently their ground's been sold to the owner who owns Huddersfield Giants.
Oh, Pete, good evening, and Lee says we've got to beat Dagenham.
Oh, that's the next home game.
I mean, where are Dagenham? They're just above the bottom. Well, they're just above the bottom three on goal difference. So they've got to try and win that to try and keep their momentum going in the playoffs. Because I mean, do you think if Gateshead were to lose it a weekend, or do you think because it's Barnet, Magny might get away with it a little bit, or do you think?
I think it'll be 50-50. We went up. Gateshead went to Barnet last season and won 2-0.
Oh, well.
But the fact is, Barnet are a different side than last season.
Yeah, but it looks like they are, because if they're top of League One, top of the National League, and you said they were beaten at home since October, so it's a big, huge.
No,
I mean,
in the league, it's in the league altogether.
Oh, it's league. Could be 23rd. Then there could be, if depending on results. But I think Magny might get away with it. But if he doesn't win against Dagenham and Braybridge, I think he's in big trouble.
That depends if anything happens with his managerial status, because I know there's rumours that needs to be wants his own man, and I have to see what happens here.
I mean, there's some, as I mentioned, some have actually turned on Magny already. I think did you call him Danny's called, who does cover a lot of not Gateshead games. He said he's had enough of him. He's saying it's time he was replaced.
I don't know if it's true, but I've just seen it. Yeah, apparently they've just seen some youngster called Braden Johnson of Middlesbrough. And he's just been.
Collar will be playing Gateshead next season, but hopefully not. Well, Liam says he doesn't want Gateshead promoted because of the stadium. Well, let's bring us on to the next part, because we'll discuss about the potential takeover.
Yeah, well, it's been well publicised for Vic Danny to be just won by Gateshead, but it's 99.4. It's 99.9% done. We just need to wait for the official confirmation. And for what I've read, he's got. I know for what happened last time with Carla and with what happened with the previous owners before the current owners, yeah, a lot of fans are optimistic. And with some of the plans initially we've got with the guys behind him, one of them is that he's apparently going to buy the stadium off the council. And he's going to.
I think that's what Gateshead needs. It needs someone who is going to pump money in that club.
And for what he said, apparently he is going to buy a stadium, and he's going to try and by the looks of it, if he's wanting to buy the stadium, surely that means he's going to redevelop it. Liam, it's the one who played for it is Sunderland, but he did play for West. It's the one who played for West Brom as well,
and Everton as well.
And Everton. But apparently he's worth 11 million now. According
It's probably not so bad, particularly for a Nash that could help Gateshead in a way.
Plus, you've got the people behind him as well.
Well, it's still Neil Pinkerton's still the chairman of Gateshead, isn't he?
I wonder what the people behind him need to be.
Oh, so is he looking to get other people in with him as well?
There's a couple. I don't know how many, but he has put a consortium together.
So it looks like hopefully it's more investment for Gateshead as well. I mean, I mean, it's still, apparently the talks are still ongoing, which has been reported today.
That's what we're just waiting for. That's what Gates is just waiting for, the official announcement. Apologies about the sprain because I have sprained my ligaments in my ankle, so that's why I was spraining some stuff on it.
No. Well, Chip, that's all I could say was if he wants to see that if he thinks he's the man and whoever he brings in is going to get that club going forward, then why not? Then you never know.
Apparently, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Apparently he wanted to buy Woking. He wanted to buy Woking because they were inches away of going into administration. Chip has bullshit. There's the moon boot.
Oh, hope it's okay, and I hope you're recovering well, Mason. Gateshead need a stadium suitable for non-league. Plus, you probably got one of the smallest fan base in the league. Well, yeah, it does in a way, but I think Gateshead have got a cracking atmosphere as well.
They do. Chip has I send you a photo of their bruises as well after the show as well. Because I'm not bullshitting.
Mamas, what's the day? Doug and Arsham and Dagenham and Redbridge. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. And Chubby's just.
Can I quickly go back to them two players who Ian Fleming might recognise?
Yeah, go on.
Recognise him, Ian, and I get the other one up. And this one. Recognise these two.
Oh, well.
How is it any excuse? I've been off work all week because of it.
Just hope you're recovering well, though. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm doing very good, thank you.
But yeah, I think it's former Premier League. Well, one of them is a former Premier League player, so he'll know. Of course, it needs to be. Shelley's going to have some knowledge because he has played football. Can he now? Is he? You just hope he's got the potential to be a successful owner as well. Joe says maybe the investors want to buy Gateshead so they can buy the stadium as it's still an athletic stadium and worth money when looked after properly. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, Joe.
Brandon Hunt subs the second one, Ian. And Chibas has to send that photo on Snapchat.
So you think you were saying, Mason, that when this takeover does get complete, that Anichi wants to bring his own manager in, and
that's the rumours what have been.
I mean, have you any of the previous games you've been to that they have been turning on the manager at any point?
Saturday was the first time. They were shouting, "We want Magnew," and second one was there that your football's shit, which it is.
I mean, I've actually not caught up with Gates for a very, very long time. I've only just been catching the highlights, to be honest. But it is worrying, Mason, because they have been. I mean, they want to try and get. Do you think they deserve to play football?
You could give it a shot because you've seen the likes of Barrow, Forest Green, obviously, but the Forest Green are back in the National League now.
Did Wrexham used to be a non-league club?
Look where they are now.
Yep.
Can't believe it. They're in the They're going to be in the Championship. Like Christ.
Exactly. Yep. Quite. Yeah.
But if that's some sort of ambition that Victor Nietzsche is trying to give it Gated, the same as just like what Wrexham's done, bring it on.
It's funny because we talk about Magny because he has managed Gateshead previously as well.
Managed?
Well, he actually has managed Gateshead previously. From the first time he took over as Gateshead manager was from 2012 to 2014.
Aye, because you're saying this because he was Chip wasn't as him because he was on that He was on that. What's it called? Triple
Oh,
upbringing.
no, he's
Aye,
he's
there.
not been a man. He's not. He's
Aye,
been a.
there, football. I was
He's
on
actually
football.
been a fullback. He's actually been a fullback player. Sorry.
He was on football icon. That's why how he's at Chelsea and he got released. He got released by Chelsea and he came to Gateshead. He went to he went to Grimsby and then Hartlepool.
I mean, well, Gates. It's actually the first club he's managed.
Because he had two. Well, he went to MK Dons in the summer with Williamson. When once Williamson went to Carlisle, he jumped ship. He went to Carlisle with Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's got the job at Gateshead.
Which is not going according to plan. I mean, he's lost his last 5, as we just mentioned, in a row. But yeah, maybe is the job come too soon for him? Possibly. But we'll wait and see what happens with this takeover if Gateshead do want to decide to bring their manager. Because I think what the Gateshead, to me, need to stay in these playoffs positions.
They have to. There's a couple of games in hand. I think there's a couple of players around who's got like a couple of games in hand.
Yeah.
So, Buzz, I hope you've seen me picture on Snapchat, by the way. So I'm not bullshitting.
It'd just be good to see another. It'd just be good to see like another Northeast club get into the football leagues.
You've had Hartlepool.
Well, yeah, Hartlepool's been in it.
I think this is Gates' turn. Liam, I don't think so. After getting B3-1 of not Oxford, Southend, Boston last night, I can't see them getting in the playoffs league.
Well, Southend, they're sitting in 9th place, so
No, I can't see Southend getting in the playoffs league.
Ian thinks they'll struggle. I think they'll struggle to stay in the playoffs the way they're playing. It's an interesting one. Christopher says, I'm a Gateshead season ticket holder. Our form is very worrying. Need this takeover to happen ASAP. I'd like to see the previous management team with Iron Mike back and Rob as technical director.
Oh, Christopher, I'm going to ask you here because I've asked a couple of people, including Lee. Would you have Mike and Rob as joint managers? Because a couple of people have said that.
Yeah, Boston being on fantastic form, says Liam. They have, actually. Yeah.
It's that, you know who their Boston manager is? It's that manager who was at Newport last season when they played Man U. It's him.
Ah.
That's how they've got going because of him.
But again, there's no news to say when the Gateshead takeover will officially be done yet. So, but you've said a corner that it's apparently 99.9% done.
Yeah, just waiting for the official announcement. Apparently, the Heat Army get what the Heat Army podcast said earlier on.
Can Gateshead go up? Has the stadium passed football regulations? Well, apparently it has this time. It's ever where they can do it this time because their form is quite worrying at the moment. I mean, Boston will stay up and Dagenham and Redbridge will go down to the National League South.
It says, just to remind that when we get an announcement, it's about if they get the announcement, but it said if we're here today or tomorrow, but the Heat on my podcast said it might be tomorrow, but you never know.
I mean, Gateshead can go up, but they won't go up. I mean, you said with the transfer window opening, is there apparently any new players that could be coming through the door, or players that have been linked with?
Obviously, I've mentioned Adam Campbell's been linked.
Yeah.
Paul McCallum's been linked from Eastleigh. We're wanting Callum. They wanted Callum Roberts as well, but that looks like it's off. And who else did they want?
Yeah,
I think it was it.
Well, Chris says, I won't mind that. Told me, and I spoke to a few fans after the game on Saturday who said Mike and Rob unwelcome back because of the way they left.
But the fact is, if you want somebody else, who the fuck? I know Victor Nishimi's got a lot of contacts in the game. Who the fuck's he going to bring in?
Wow.
That's my worry. Who's he going to bring in? Because you need to have somebody who has a rapport with the fans, and obviously who gets along with the fans as well. And now Mike and Rob did before both of them left. I think that you can't have a manager who was just an arrogant bastard, but you need a manager who has a rapport with the fans. That's the main thing. And gets a tune up the players we've got till the end of the season, and then once if we don't go, if the Gates don't go up or not, then
I mean, if they don't go up this season, it might not be the end of the world for them, because again, see if Victor Anichebe comes in, gets his own manager, helps invest in the club, then get some decent players in that are guaranteed, that might help them get promoted to the Football League. I've got experience in the National League. I've got Torquay and sell them promoted from this league. What's on my t-shirts is Blackstone Cherry Choppy. I would not mind Mike coming back, done well at the club, says Ian.
I wouldn't mind him and Eddie to come back, but I think some of the fans like die hard on pleased with what happened the last time with
the way they just left and all of that. Maybe went a step too early.
I don't mind them coming back, but I think it's some of the diehards who were pissed off with like what happened with when obviously Eddie going to Corey and Williamson got to make shite and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking, where can the next win come from? Charlie, if it's got to be Dagenham and Redbridge, Charlie, because I think Barnett's a write-off for them.
I think as well, Dagenham have been struggling this season. In I would like, you never know what's going to happen with Gateshead. 1 minute it'll turn up, 1 minute, and then the next minute it'll be a shite.
Next game it might go to pot the next game. See, they've still got a few games still to go. Of course, they've still got. Well, of course, it's Barnet this Saturday. Then it's at home to Dagenham. Then it's away to Forest Green. Then it's at home to York City on a Friday. Then it's away. Yeah, then it's away to Hartlepool on Easter Monday. Then it's away to Boston United on the Saturday the 26th. And then the final game is at home to Southend United.
It is. I've got a family connection to Southend. The reason why is my nana who was from Wales, her cousin played for Southend.
Ah.
Because we've got that tell us if you got the name, if you got his name, but he has seen him before, but he's forgot his name. So that's why I've basically got a family connection to Southend.
Oh. Liam says, I still can't believe you lost 7-2 at Dagenham and Redbridge. I mean, that was an absolute catastrophe result, that one.
I tried to get it on. I tried to get the game on for at least I tried to, but something had happened, but obviously, yeah, it was fucking shite.
Well, Ray says, Ray, hope you're well. Personally, I got no grudge against Mike and Rob at all, but maybe the fact that Mike signed all of our players at Carlisle, I get that. I think both in the EFL move at the time. Well, as I said, I think it was a step too far because it didn't go well for them.
I like Williamson, but he did piss us off when he signed a couple of players from Gates to go to Carlisle. He did piss us off with that.
Liam says he's been a Roots all. He loves that stadium. 3 of Gates' next 4 games are Barnet away at Forest Green and York at home, all in the current top 3. So not easy games, though, Mason.
A couple of teams have been splashing the cash and look where. Basically, we're playing all of the top 3 in the space of a couple of weeks, which is depressing because obviously, especially with Barnet and York. Forest Green these past couple of weeks have been hit and miss because they were another one who got beat up range as well. Same with York. The fact is, it looks like Barnet are going to be runaway leaders now. I think Barnet will win the league now.
Yeah. It looks like they probably will do as well. So, I mean, there's still some players that have been here for a long time. I mean, is Robbie Tinkler still there?
Yeah.
Greg Ollie's still playing for them as well. Who's still nursing and is still recovering from an injury at the moment, isn't he?
Aye, that walking game when he broke his injury just at the start of the season.
I mean, that's kept him out for the full season, isn't it?
But he is running. He was running on the pitch on Saturday now.
Oh, because he scored an incredible amount of goals for Gateshead as well. Of course, he's been there since 2018 as well. I think he has been a big miss for them, Greg Ollie, because he's contributed so many goals for Gateshead. I think they're really missing him.
Steve Watson signed Greg Ollie in 2018.
Yes, he did. Have you ever played a game of football at Gateshead Stadium? I haven't actually.
I've played on the Astro. There was once I did play on the Astro at Gateshead Stadium. I'm going to bring up a little story. I was playing at Gateshead Stadium, and there's a field behind the AstroTurfs.
Yeah.
And we saw a helicopter landing. And there was a road on the end, and the helicopter stopped. There was a copper car, like a poshest vehicle.
All right.
When the helicopter came down and opened the door, it was none other than Prince fucking Harry.
Oh, was it?
It was Prince Harry who got out of that helicopter.
Well, yeah, that's true in a way, Liam. Hopefully Gateshead will get some easier games, fixtures, unless the big games coming up. Well, some of the next ones, those teams are in the top or towards the very top. I went for Gateshead 18, Whitehaven in 22 in Rugby League, Masons in NS. I'm like a story. I think it's okay now. It hasn't been as bad tonight. So, I mean, but yeah, you go back to Greg Ollie. I think he has been a big miss for them since he got that leg, which was against Woking.
Aye. The fact is, the player who did it, he did the same to another player a couple of weeks after, but the player who he did it escaped a potential leg break. Oh, well. Luckily enough, he didn't break his leg as well.
So it was in the Gateshead second match since he suffered the broken leg, and I mean, have they given any return date from it yet, or do you think it's just going to be no?
They said before. When I've seen him a couple of times at the Gateshead Stadium, he said he hoped he'd be back before the end of the season. Which for what I've seen, for what he said, basically he would probably be wanting to play in the playoffs. To be honest.
Well, I think if Gateshead are going to stay in the playoffs, I think they're going to really need him.
Man, he needs a fucking bastard haircut now. Christ.
So, I mean, I tried to look. I mean, it was top scorer for the goal scorer this season, Mason.
I know it was Owen Senny before he went to St. Mirren. That's another player who I forgot to mention, but he only lasted half a season because he went to St. Mirren at the start of January. But they did sign him from Derby, and hoping that he does manage to score against Celtic one time.
Yeah,
I would love it if he did score against Celtic.
Sorry, Ian.
I see who the top scorer was.
I mean, I'm trying to find it as well, but never mind. Chris says, to be honest, we are lucky to still be in the playoffs position as it stands. Since January, teams have been around us have been poor as we have. So Gateshead, yeah.
Luke Hannon's top scorer with 18.
Oh. So he's got into double figures as well. So
it was a steady before he went to St. Mirren.
I mean, it must have been a bit of a loss since they lost him. He's been the top goal scorer for them as well.
Aye.
I think Rochdale got games in hand. I think let's have a look if some of the games teams are allocated.
I know they had a game in hand last night, but they did
Rochdale.
They got before enough York last night. That was a game in hand as well.
Well, Rochdale have got 2 games in hand actually.
Oh God!
And they're already 3 points behind Gateshead as well. So Gateshead are gonna have to stop picking it up again. And apparently Christopher says Arseni doesn't even get games at St. Mirren.
Apparently he's one for the future. That's what I seen.
I mean, I'm going to ask you, do you think Magny, do you think he should be gone from Gateshead now?
It's a tough one because I've followed Magny's career ever since he was a Hartlepool. That's when I started to get fully into football because it was 2015. Because I started watching Newcastle in 2013. Well, I started to watch the lower leagues in 2015. When I first seen Magny at Hartlepool, and I've watched his career. I've looked to see how different players get on, and I think he works well as a coach, but unfortunately he isn't a manager. And there's a couple of rumours. There was a couple of rumours saying that Elliot didn't want Magny on his coaching staff.
Oh, he said he didn't want him.
Apparently, there was a couple of rumours saying that he didn't want Magny on his coaching staff. And obviously, when he went to MK Dons, he did bring in Anthony Sweeney, who was if you ever go down the Hartlepool and you speak to a Hartlepool fan, you'll probably, if you mention Anthony Sweeney, they'll probably just bow down because that's how loved Anthony Sweeney is at Hartlepool. As a coach, as a player, everybody loves him. Everybody loved Anthony Sweeney at Hartlepool.
Oh, he is a tit, isn't he?
Because if you mention his name to any Hartlepool fan, they'll probably bow down and kiss the floor.
Well, according to this, apparently Luke Hannon's now the current top goal scorer since whoever we just said just left.
Nice, any.
Yes, Gateshead are 6th in the league. Liam says you'd like to see Darlington go up after what they've been through. Yeah, absolutely.
Liam, I would like to see Darlington, Hereford, Scunthorpe. They're the only 3 teams out, and Shields as well, because I do like to go and watch Shields as well.
Yeah.
I would like to see all 4 of them get up because obviously Hereford, because Hereford's basically the same with Darlington. Scunthorpe as well, Shields as well, and Scarborough as well, because Scarborough were ex-League club and all, and they're owned by the fan, the same with Hereford and Darlington.
Does Darlington still play in the huge stadium?
No, they play at Blackwell Meadows, which is a rugby stadium.
Oh well. Let's just hope Gateshead. I think Gateshead can stay in the playoffs come the end of the season.
For what I've just seen, apparently they're saying a striker from Middlesbrough.
Oh. So, it might be a big ask for them to win the playoffs, but I think they can stay there. I think they've got some games capable of winning. That's if Magny can turn his form around, because I think. Well, look at who Gateshead have lost. I mean, as I mentioned, Tamworth, who were pretty much mid-table, losing to Braintree, who was sitting in 17th.
But the fact is, Braintree did beat York on Saturday and beat Forest Green a couple of weeks ago.
Losing to Maidenhead again. Maidenhead sitting in the relegation zone. Alfred and Town away, losing 3-1. Who are just again?
Alfred.
Sorry, not Alfred and Aldershot.
I was going to say Alfred and League below.
Sorry, Aldershot, who are sitting in mid-table as well.
Rochdale,
have lost to Rochdale away as well.
Can I just say, Lee, if you're still watching, you love Tommy Wizardton, don't you?
Oh. Chris is asking you, Mason, have you been any Heat away games at all?
My last away game for Gateshead was when, obviously, at Wembley, it was Halifax when they got beat 2-0.
Oh, yeah.
The other game was fucking shite. Hartlepool, I can't because I'm at work, and Boston, I think Newcastle are at home on the same day. I think Newcastle beat Ipswich on that same day. I was going to do Boston, but when I see Newcastle were at home to Ipswich, I thought, nah.
I mean, so looking at some of the Gateshead results, they're losing to teams that are sitting either mid-table or in the bottom three or just above the drop.
It just shows you because you never know what happens with Gateshead. And
I mean, if Magny was to get the boot there, Mason, who do you think could be the one who comes in and replaces him? And is guaranteed to help them if they stay in the playoffs. Who could help them win the playoffs? Well,
sorry, I was just saying something quickly. Yeah, it's a tough one because apparently it needs to be once Williamson. F Street. Chris, you've had a cock up there, son. I'm sorry. It was Braintree, not freaking F Street.
What's the season ticket prices at Gateshead? Yeah, I'm not so sure what they are.
Ask Christopher because I think he's got one.
Oh, he's got one. Well, yeah, it was Maidenhead. Yeah, I mean, Gateshead. I mean, losing to all them games in a space of a week that's really poor. That
no,
if Gateshead want to try and get where they want to be, I mean, that's really, really concerning. Yeah, that really is concerning. But I mean, I haven't been. The last time I went to game, but last time I was at Gateshead game was
I'll let you off, Christopher.
Was when Newcastle were playing them in the friendly. But my last Gateshead game, I wanted to see them when I was in the home end. Last league game, I went to see them play. I believe was AFC Fylde in 2022, and we lost. Gateshead actually lost 3-0 in that game.
It was just and then a couple of months later, our first started coming on. Yeah.
Yes, he did actually.
That was because remember.
So that was the last. That was actually the last Gateshead home game I was at in the league.
It was when them two laddies went on this pitch. Them two little laddies went on the pitch. Was it that game? I'm sure it was that game, wasn't it?
I think it was.
That was there. Guy was there.
Is there any old firm games left? I'm not sure if they've all played now. Season ticket. It's about £350 for season ticket at Gateshead. So they charge £22 per home game. That is one of the problems, Ray, because I've been thinking I would like to get myself along to another Gateshead home game, but it's normally just been clashing with something else, and majority has been Newcastle United home games. Yeah, unfortunately so.
When I first started watching Gateshead in 2017, my first Gateshead game I had to miss was against Aldershot, and Newcastle were playing Stoke. When I think it was when the 1-2-1. I thought, fuck off.
Yes, one after the split. Cheers, Chris. Yeah. Paddy, Maggie said good. You're worse than John wanted Victor and Ichibi as well. As again, all I can see, Maggie, if he has got the money and he can help investing in that club and get it to where it can potentially be.
I thought Sinclair was a Man U fan.
Would you think they would kick off Gateshead off at an early time so ticket holders can go to both games? Well, it is.
Depends.
Well,
Really.
we know it. Newcastle comes first always, but again, it would be good again. Say if the Newcastle game wasn't on, it'd be good to go and watch another game somewhere as well. So, nice one, Liam. Nice one. Right, we'll just ask a question. I'm going to ask a question, Mason. Well, two questions before we wrap up the show. Will Gateshead stay within the playoffs, and will they win the playoffs?
Hopefully, playoffs, yes, and hopefully, we're not with the playoffs. If they win,
Do you think they'll stay in the playoffs? But in terms of winning the playoffs again,
if they start picking up some form, then yes. I would like to see Gates in the playoffs, but I'm 50-50 with the playoffs if they want to win it.
Because if they're losing the teams below them, then that's...
Yeah.
And it could potentially be a huge ask for them. But you think they can stay in the playoffs? And again, as I mentioned, if they don't win it, you never know if they get the takeover or what an Ichibi and his other staff can do to make sure what Gateshead can do the next season.
The fact is, yeah, if Gateshead don't get promoted, when they've got a wholesome of just going, cash money, money there for players. That's what they'll do.
Absolutely. Gotcha, good evening. Good evening, lads. It would be nice to see Gateshead get promoted from the playoffs, but with the remaining fixtures, it's going to be tough. Julie, hope you well, Julie. Yeah, a notification did come out. It's fine, Julie. You just have to catch up on at the beginning. You just have to catch up with it, Julie. That's absolutely fine. So, yeah, because we are starting to come to the end of the show now. But yeah, I thought it was something new for a change. But why not discuss a bit about non-league for a change? I mean, if you want to see us do another show on non-league football, think of another team we could discuss with them. Who do you think?
There you go. And that's that Max Sheaf who's Gateshead now. That's who's he played for.
All right. Chris says, I think we'll stay in the playoffs just because of the teams aren't as bad as we are at the moment. Can't see us winning it though, so fair enough. No, only one club is allowed to be owned by. Yes, that's true. I'm pretty sure it is. So we never know. But yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know if you want to see more non-league live shows. We will look to do that for you. And we could all. Which team do you think we could touch upon next? So
He's got one.
I actually saw Victor on Tuesday, which he was watching the players training. Interesting. So it looks like Archer's caught a glimpse of Anichibi there, watching Gateshead take training. So let's see if that takeover.
We've got two. What's the word? What's the word? You bastard! What's the word? What's the word? Bastard. Come with me here. So we've got two teams. Julie's asked for Heart. If you wouldn't, even Evans just said Berwick Rangers.
We could touch well.
And Dalton.
Yeah, of course. We've got Blythe Spartans as well.
Shields.
Shields. We've got some of the ones down further. We could touch Newcastle Benfield. Could possibly Blue Star could be another team we could look at as well. So yeah, we can think of something to do. Maybe if it's during the last, even Chip has just said Blythe Spartans as well.
Thank you, Joe. Joe, thank you. Recommendations.
So I mean, and again, go back to Blythe Spartans. They've suffered a double relegation. So, but we'll think of something to do. It might be during either if it's not close to any Newcastle games, or we could do a lot of this during the summer. As well, when the games aren't on, just something to keep the channel running. going as well. So yeah, why not? We could think of something to do, discuss about something non-league as well. So I think it would be good to do. I just thought it'd be good to do this one. So yeah. But anyways, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone, Mason co-host, everyone in the pop them in the chat. Thank you so much. We had a couple of other new views tonight, and I hope you all subscribe to the channel as well, which would be absolutely fantastic if you could do that as well. Thank you so much. Again, it's completely free to do so, just to make the channel grow as well. So please smash that subscribe button. If you do enjoy the content, if you're brand new or if you're not yet subscribed and enjoy what we bring on the channel week in, week out for you as well. So you are, we've got nothing planned for tomorrow. So our next show looks like it's going to be the Crazy PD's Football live show this Saturday. So do join us for then. So live have went downhill. They certainly have. It's a good idea to do non-league and lower league. It'd be good to do go to some non-league games and do some vlogs there as well. So which would be good as well. Which particularly John and Tony are doing as well. So maybe something like that could be looked at. If there's any, if I do manage to get me some non-league games as well. So
I'll get obviously. So who we've got so far, so I can do stuff for in the who the same day. So we've got basically I'll do Spenny as well. I'll put Spenny in there. Spenny in there as well.
That sounds like a good idea. Well then,
I'll do the stuff after this. So I'll put Spenny in as well.
No worries. So next Friday we'll be back for the Crazy Social. We'll do catches all then. Start at 9 on Saturdays. I finish work at 10. Oh. Well, if you have enjoyed, guys, remember to give us the thumbs up before we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. And please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button, free to do so. It does help me the channel grow. And please hit that bell notification, just let you know whenever a live show is taking place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded, so that notifies you what comes up on the channel. So again, do hit that bell to make sure you're all up to date as well. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be included in the prize shows we do as well for you as well. So, well, as that again, that is it for tonight, guys. Until then, everyone, we will see you all later. We'll catch you back on Friday for the usual bonkers stuff. We'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night, all.
Good.